Hi guys, George here, Brighton Fan TV, taking you through my thoughts on today's game against Huddersfield. I'm not going to dwell too long about the card. That's the big talking point of the game, and I haven't even really made up my mind myself about whether it was a red card or not, and I think both Huddersfield and Brighton fans alike are tired of talking about it. That first goal, credit to Huddersfield, they put it on us straight away from the start, and with an away record like ours, I can see why they did it. I was gutted for Bruno, the fact that it was his misclearance that led to the goal, and you could tell he was gutted. Ryan came to punch it and he just couldn't sort it out, and it happened. It was deflating, really deflating. It felt like we were watching it happen all over again, in classic Brighton fashion. But Bruno especially did well to come back from that, and Ryan as well. Credit to Ryan, he came back from that, from something that really rattled us. We showed great resolve. From my perspective, I think we showed good character. The great header by Duffy. Bruno getting stuck in as well. He'd had a couple of mistakes earlier in the game, but to keep that ball in play that forced the corner that led to Duffy's header, absolutely brilliant. Great resolve to bounce back from what had been a shaky first half for him. I mean, Solly March had a great game as well. I mean, that's out of our last 4 goals, 3 of them have been assisted by Solly March. He's really starting to rack up those assists, especially for a player that admittedly I had doubts about in terms of Premier League quality, in terms of starting places, but it seems that he's really settled this season. I think that's credit to Houghton in terms of his man management, finding the best position for Solly as well. He's really coming into his own. Dead chuff for Andone to get the goal as well. I mean, we've been waiting for a while just to see what he can do, begging for that goal, similar to how we've been with Locadia. Now, the point that I thought was the most interesting from a Brighton perspective was the arguments on social media afterwards about whether Glenn Murray should have come on as a sub or whether Locadia should have come on as a sub. Now, if I'm honest, I think, number one, I thought Murray was tactically the right person to bring on after the substitution. His hold-up play, I thought, was exactly what we needed. Whether it was utilised to the best of his ability is debatable, but if Locadia doesn't have a long-term future at the club, which he stated he doesn't, he said he wants to leave in January, then why would we be starting him to get him up to speed? I'd much rather us keep Murray in form and fit, and similar with Andone, I'd do it next week with Andone. If we start Murray on Tuesday against Palace, I'd have Andone come on as a sub. I wouldn't waste time playing Locadia if we need Andone and Murray to be up to speed, especially if Andone's going to take Murray's place and vice versa. I think Locadia's made his point quite clear that he doesn't want to be here, and if so, then I think we need to work on a plan going forward that doesn't include him. Other than that, I thought we played okay. I thought we played okay against a tough Huddersfield side. I think there were fortunate decisions that went a multitude of ways that could be argued until the sheep come home. But I guess we look forward to Palace. We're now up to 11th in the table, and things are looking good at the moment. But we'll see you next week. This has been George for Brighton Fan TV.